Hello everyone. Thank you for being here today. I'm excited to share a heartwarming story with you titled, Jack the Striped Gentleman, 3 Years of Love and Mischief. If you enjoy this video, please consider liking and subscribing to my channel. Of course, if it's not your style, feel free to skip it, no hard feelings. Now, let's begin the story. 3 years ago, when the sun was shining a little too brightly and I was desperately in need of a cup of iced coffee, a small creature decided to change my life forever. That creature was Jack, my black and white striped cat, who strutted into my world as though he had always belonged here. At first sight, Jack looked like a tiny zebra who had gotten lost and decided to shrink down into cat form. His fur was patterned in neat stripes, with black and white blending so perfectly that even fashion designers might have envied his look. When I first saw him, Jack was sitting confidently on a small patch of grass near my house, cleaning his paw with an air of elegance that made him look like royalty. I called out softly, "Hey there, little guy," and instead of running away like most cats, Jack trotted toward me, as if he had already chosen me to be his loyal servant. From that moment on, I wasn't just a person, I was Jack's human, and I had unknowingly signed a lifelong contract of cuddles, food, and endless entertainment. Living with Jack for 3 years has been like living with a fluffy comedian who never takes a day off. He has a talent for creating chaos in the most unexpected ways. For instance, Jack believes that 3 a.m. is the perfect time for sprinting practice. My hallway has turned into his personal racetrack, and the sound of his little paws pattering on the floor often jolts me awake. I've learned to accept that my alarm clock is not my phone, it's Jack's Zoom eyes. Jack also has a fascination with boxes. Anytime a delivery arrives, I know that the box is no longer mine. Jack claims it immediately, squeezing his striped body inside no matter how small the box may be. Sometimes, his tail dangles out like a striped flag, announcing to the world that this territory has been conquered. But Jack's funniest habit is his dramatic love for food. He sits by his bowl, stares at me with wide eyes, and lets out the most theatrical meows, as if he hasn't eaten in weeks, even though he just had dinner. The performance deserves an Oscar. And of course, I always give in, because how can anyone resist such a furry actor with stripes that make him look like he's wearing a tuxedo? 3 years with Jack have taught me more about life than I ever expected a cat could. Jack isn't just a pet. He's a little philosopher wrapped in black and white fur. He has shown me that joy can be found in the simplest of things: a nap in the sunlight, a game of chase with a crumpled paper ball, or a moment of silence together on the couch. Jack also reminds me to be bold. He walks around the house with a kind of confidence that says, "I own this place." Watching him makes me realize that sometimes we should carry ourselves the same way. Fearless, unapologetic, and ready to take up space in the world. Most importantly, Jack teaches me the value of companionship. Life is full of ups and downs, but every time I come home to see him waiting at the door, purring and rubbing against my leg, I feel comforted. He may not speak human words, but his presence says it all. Love doesn't need fancy gestures. It just needs consistency, warmth, and trust. Now, 3 years later, Jack still zooms through the hallways, still steals boxes, and still demands food with his Oscar-worthy performances. And honestly, I wouldn't have it any other way. My striped little gentleman has turned my house into a home, my routine into an adventure, and my ordinary days into extraordinary memories. Jack may just be a cat to the world, but to me, he's family. Life with Jack, my striped black and white companion, is more than just about sharing space with a mischievous cat. It's a daily reminder of how to live meaningfully in our fast-paced modern world. Jack's simple joys, whether curling up in a sunbeam or pouncing on a stray shoelace, teach us that happiness doesn't always come from big achievements or expensive things. Often, it's found in the small, overlooked moments. His fearless confidence as he struts around the house is a lesson in self-assurance. In life, we should walk boldly into challenges instead of shrinking away from them. Jack's persistent requests for food, even when he's already eaten, show that asking for what you want, even if it feels excessive, is sometimes the only way to get it. More importantly, his unwavering companionship highlights the value of relationships. In our busy schedules filled with deadlines, meetings, and distractions, it's easy to forget the importance of showing up consistently for the people we care about. Like Jack, We can bring warmth, comfort, and stability simply by being present. If we embrace life with the same playfulness, courage, and loyalty as Jack, we can create richer, more joyful connections while finding balance in an otherwise hectic world.